I have Ray here. We'll get started with questions from Rashawn. Rashawn, go ahead.
Hey Ray, we hadn't talked to you really since the surgery. Just wanted to know kind of what were you experiencing? What kind of went into the decision to have the procedure, and then at what point did you realize you wouldn't be able to return this year?
Yeah, I definitely was just listening to my body when it came to the decision of whether I should get the surgery or not. After the last game I played, I just knew that just with how hard our schedule was and like the multiple times it was playing a week, and like that load on my knee just wasn't going to be. It was just going to be too much for me. So I decided that I wanted to get it fixed. And as far as not returning from the season, it really is just based on how I'm feeling with it and how it was healing. So it just wasn't feeling ready to come back just yet. So I don't want to rush it or anything. So we're just taking my time with that. So that's kind of what made the decision to I'm just going to miss the rest of the season because it just wasn't quite ready.
Uh, Jasmine had a situation last year, having season-ending surgery. How much do you plan to lean on her at all, or just kind of pick her brain a little bit about what this off season will be like, but I guess even more importantly, like next season will be like, having, with it sort of being like, your rookie season part two again.
Yeah, I talked to her a little bit about it, but I haven't talked to her much about it. I'm definitely gonna communicate about, just like you said, what it's like having to come back from that going into next season, basically having another rookie year since I didn't play this year. So yeah, I'll probably pick her brain a little bit about that. See what advice she has for me.
Uh, you had a taste of it. I mean, what did you think about just the games that you played in, and how you see yourself fitting in this league?
Yeah, I felt good about it. I had a great team to play with, so I think it that helped me just realizing I was just trying to kind of figure out my role within the league, but I definitely can see myself playing in this league and being successful in this league as well.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go next question to Tupni Nguyen. Tupni, go ahead.
Hey, Ray, just how are you feeling physically?
Oh, I'm feeling way better. I've progressed a lot since when I got my surgery, and then just a little stuff that I have been doing now just feels way better than what I was doing, before prior to the surgery. So I'm on a good track.
Do you like how close are you to being able to come back? Like if the Sparks were playing in the playoffs, could we possibly have seen you in the playoffs?
That's a good question. I actually have a follow-up appointment coming up soon, so that's going to give me a lot of answers with that. So I guess I'll just wait till I have an appointment.
Just watching the season from the sideline, just what was the most frustrating part about it?
I mean, obviously not being able to be out there and help my team. Seeing that some games there wasn't as many bodies out there, but yeah, mostly just not being able to be out there, put that work in for my team and give my 100% all. But I did what I could on the bench and cheered as loud as I could, and talked to everybody on the bench. So yeah, it was definitely just not being able to play.
Do you have what are your off-season plans besides just rehab? Do you think you'll be able to play overseas, or is it mostly just going to be rehabbing your knee?
Sorry, it froze for the beginning part of that question. Can you repeat?
Yeah. Do you have plans in terms of playing overseas during the off season, or is it just going to be rehab?
I'll be going to Australia for the off season.
Oh, Australia. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go last question to John W. Davis. John, go ahead.
Yeah, Ray, I just want to ask you, being that you are one of just a few, or I might say a handful of players who are under contract with this team next season, and even after that, how optimistic are you about the Sparks? We're talking about next season and the year after that and the year after that.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely optimistic. I mean, I feel like it can only get better from here. I just want to do what I can to help build this program back up to where it should be. And I think that we can do that as a program. And I think it's headed in the right direction for that. So, obviously we've had a lot of adversity, but I think this program has to stick together well throughout all that. So I think it's heading towards a good direction.
Edwin, did you have a question for Ray?
Yes, Ray, I just would like to know, in terms of, you mentioned the rehab. What specifically is it that you're working on in rehab to help you improve and get back on the courts?
Yeah, just putting on weight and getting my quad and hamstring stronger, because that has to be stronger to protect your knee. So yeah, just doing weights, and then the next step will probably be like more plyometric stuff. Doing cuts. I've done some ladder stuff here and there, so jumping. So getting more game-like situation workouts in is the next step.
Awesome. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.